What's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing? Happy Wednesday. Y'all, we making it. It's the middle of the week. And I don't know about you, but this week has been doing something. It's been doing something. And I don't know exactly what it is. How y'all week going? Comment, share this video, talk back to us. Y'all, I'm excited about it. Let me know how your week going, because I'm not gonna lie, it's doing this big one on me. It's, like this week is really doing it. But I'm excited. I'm excited because we're here. We're having a conversation, a great conversation. We're calling it Backpacks and Boundaries. It's a parent's perspective, y'all. And we have a great person on tonight. I'm telling you, she's phenomenal. I don't even want to go too deep into it because she's like government like official, like, so we can't talk too much about who she is, like, in her, but she is a phenomenal lady. I'm telling you, if you get the opportunity to know her, you want to hold on to her, because she's somebody you want to know. And she's gonna talk to us tonight, and I'm excited about it because she could have been doing anything in the world, but she's talking to little old me about her experience as a parent, raising a teenage boy. He's in school. She's all in, because when I tell you she's all in, she's all in. She's been over youth departments at churches. Like, I'm reading off some of her bio. But y'all, I'm telling y'all want to know this lady. Her name is Kawanda, and she is phenomenal. When I tell you, Kawanda is an amazing person, and she's probably backstage like, oh, he's hyping me up. He don't even really like know that, but I do know that. You know how? Because I do background checks on people before they get on my platform, and I found out. I've searched all over, and I found out that she is phenomenal. Y'all, let's get Kawanda on, because I want to talk to her. But do me a favor, come on, like, share, comment. Let's talk with Kawanda. That
You
was
are
smooth.
crazy.
That was smooth. That was smooth. What's up? What's up?
Hey, Kerry.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Um,
Well,
like,
you
do you
already said
want
it's
the
been a week.
yes? Do you want the politically correct version, or can I just like be transparent?
You can be transparent with me.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know if you allowed to on the
on the platform, can I
yeah.
be? I can't be too transparent. Well, I'll just be seeking a therapist after this.
Okay.
But no. This week has been like thus far draining. Like, I'm like drained to my core, but I'm still pushing forward because you can see like the energy is there. But
Yep.
like behind this, I'm just like, I just want to curl up on the couch with a bowl of popcorn and a glass of wine. Now that part I probably can't say on. But like, that's where I'm at. Like, mentally, I just want to like, can I just chill out?
I feel you.
Yeah. What about you? Like, it's Wednesday though, so
It's Wednesday. I was off Monday, so just came back from vacation. So I'm a little refreshed. Um, sorry.
sorry, my eyes start twitching. I'm sorry.
So yeah, just trying to catch back up from being out a week.
Mm. So tell us who you are. Like, we jumped in. I've been I semi hyped them up. I told them that, like, because you work for the government and we can't tell too much about you. But
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
whoa.
Yeah, I know, I put you up there. You like
You
CIA
did.
certified. Yeah.
Oh wow.
No.
Kawanda Dedrick-Thomas. I am a single mother of a 15-year-old boy, um, who is the love of my life. He's my pride and joy. He hasn't always been though. No, no, seriously. We've had our times, but we're in a good place, and I'm proud of him.
So
Um,
15, right? You said 15.
yes,
Yes, okay.
yes,
And
15-year-old, 6'3", 6'4" tall
mm,
young man.
yes. So what's it been like? Like, you're raising this boy who's soon to be a man. Because 16, you give him this good, like, well, 2 more years. Technically, they say grown, but
Hmm.
I mean, like, what's it been like? What's that been like?
Um, Growing up, it was hard for real. It was hard. We had some challenges. He dealt with ADHD,
Mm,
so just trying to work and navigate through that as a child, I was pretty mild mannered. I was cool. Me, my mom didn't have any problems. So when he came about and start developing his own personality and everything, he was a challenge for both of us.
mm,
Um, but we worked through it. We did therapies. He got him into counseling. I was always at the schools, active in the school, so he knew that I would be there. Um, and I mean, like I said, now we're in a place where we have a good relationship.
wow.
We don't have to fight and I threaten him all the time or anything like that anymore. I still have to threaten him and remind him that just because he's not, he's taller than me,
Oh God, yeah,
don't
that's
mean
the
I
thing.
won't put him in his place.
Yeah, you have to set that. You have to set that standard. Set that because he is
Yeah,
tall. He is
he
tall.
is.
Tall.
Yes,
He's
he
definitely tall.
is.
So, can you tell us a little bit about your work with your youth programs and your experience as a parent of this high school student? So, because I heard you say you've been definitely active,
Mhm.
involved, but what have you like? What you've been doing? What with these?
So before I even had him, I was pretty active in different mentor programs.
Okay.
Um, I worked with or volunteered for CYC for a little while. I did some private mentoring, and then I just had some girls who I kind of took under my wing.
Okay.
So kind of started there. And then once I had him, I still did it here and there, but um, I didn't really participate in youth activities for churches. I actually have a degree in middle childhood education. My
Oh.
master's degree is in middle childhood education. And I thought I wanted to teach.
Mm.
But after having my own child, uh, I changed my mind. And I mean, but I still enjoy being with kids and
Mhm,
with
mhm.
young people.
I,
So
I've seen it with my
that's
own eyes. So yeah,
yeah. So that's how I got more involved in the church youth ministry,
uh-huh.
doing activities and coordinating activities and things like that. Working with them during the Sunday experience
Right.
and
Yeah.
our Edge Church at my church. Shout out to New Prospect Baptist
Whoop, whoop,
Church.
whoop, whoop.
um, So yeah, I've enjoyed doing it. I'm very active within his school. I'm on the local school decision making committee,
Oh,
LSDMC. I do PTO. So we find we don't necessarily work with the kids as much when we're
yeah.
doing these committees,
Hmm.
but it's for them. So that's
So,
it. Active in the schools.
that you like, okay, so you're active in the schools, and can I just want to clear it up because I did see something. I was reading something. Is it CPS schools? What district are you work?
Yes,
So you're in CPS.
CPS.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And then so like, what's it like though? So you're in these decision making committees. Parent definitely forward active, but do you see like other like active, like what's the experience like on that side of it? Like, is there like
Um,
need, like, do we need to, hey, parents, if you're watching this right now, we need you,
For
like that
sure,
type?
for
Yeah.
sure. Yes, it is that type of thing. Because just, similar to church ministry, you
Hmm.
get the same people that's doing the work
Hmm.
and you get burnt out. So we want to, yes, we encourage people all the time to come and be a part of what's happening at your child's school, learn. And he's at a Montessori school. So
Okay.
Montessori is a lot of community.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's what our big thing is right now is just trying to get more and more parents to come and participate and help us out. And then even interacting with the kids. We do have booths and things like that when they have something called Montessori Market. So we had a booth where we're able to interact. They do a bonfire each year. Again, we set up a game. So again, so we can interact with the students too.
I love that. I love that. So like, because okay, so 16 now, you done got him to this 16-year mark. and like the experience, because you did say as well, like single parent, what's that
Mhm.
been like as this parent who's been active? You still got your life, you still got to work, you still got to do this. What's it been like doing this thing called
Um,
life while raising a man child?
Man, it's been ups and downs. We have definitely had ups and downs. But I thank God for my village. I have an
Mhm.
awesome village around me, so it takes a village.
Yes,
Um,
it definitely does. It takes a village.
yes, yes. So thank God for my village, my parents and close friends. I'm not originally here from Cincinnati,
Right.
so I've made a lot of extended family who have just been there to give me nuggets and help guide me along the way. So it's been a struggle, but it's been a good experience as well. Like I said, now he's 15 and our relationship is pretty awesome. I
Mhm.
like it. I enjoy it.
That's amazing. Because definitely at 16, let me
Right.
see. I guess like no, maybe so though, because I guess like male to mom. At 16, I think I had that relationship too with my mom.
Mm,
I think it's like
okay.
maybe the flip side is the females,
Mm-hmm.
maybe at 16. And I'm not, I'm not trying to be biased, but but I think because at 16, I think I was pretty. Me and my mom was pretty tight.
Yeah.
Uh, but you're in these schools, you see a lot going on,
Mm-hmm.
but what's one thing that you can like suggest on like setting healthy boundaries? Because again, 16 is your experience, you got parents all ages, but what helped you get him to this point, like with setting boundaries, and what was that like?
Um, Really just that. Giving him my expectations, knew what I would accept and what I wouldn't accept. I mean, like right now in school, elementary school, he did great with grades and things like that. And he had a struggle with his transition into seventh grade and then his transition into ninth grade. And we talked all the time. I'm like, you know what I expect? He's like, but I'm passing with a D. And I'm like, oh no, that doesn't work. That don't work for me. So really making sure he knew what my expectations are, and even like when he go out with his friends, and I got to know where you at. Well, I'll give it just setting those boundaries, setting those expectations. And when he said, "Well, my friends don't have to," I don't care.
Your friends ain't
So
living here.
exactly,
Yes.
I'm concerned about you. I mean, I'm concerned about them too,
Mhm.
but when I'm setting these rules, yeah, they're
Yeah.
for you.
So, and of course, you're getting pushback on that. So, like, even with that though, like you as the parent, like, wh- what's happening after that? So, like, if he's giving you this pushback, or some like, and of course you saying this, but like, what type of things are you set? Like, have you set in place to like reassure? Like, I mean, kind of reaffirm, because
Um,
like again, like he is male, like,
mhm.
and you said like even though you're 6'3", you gonna but what's it like though, like from your perspective?
um, For the most part, it's pretty, I ain't gonna say easy at
Mm.
this point, but he's very respectful.
Yeah,
Um,
well that is.
and yeah, so I mean, every now and then I gotta get in his tail,
Mhm.
tell him, just like I said, I don't care what other people are doing. But then still reassure him that I'm not telling you anything wrong. I'm not gonna tell you anything that's bad for you. And then every now and then I do have to do the because I said so. I
Yeah,
try not to. I try to give him a little wiggle room to explain himself and
yeah.
give his point of view. But yeah, sometimes it just
Is
has to
that a
come
thing
down
though?
to
Is that a thing, like, allow him to have
a
words,
voice.
like, yeah, like a voice, there you go.
It's a thing for us. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a thing. Um, it hasn't always been a
Okay.
thing, but I had to learn through different processes and different therapies and
Okay.
trainings that I've gone through.
Okay. Okay.
Um, that yeah, it's not like when we grew up. My mama, I ain't gonna say I didn't have a voice, but it not much.
I'm going to share this video with my mother right now. We literally just had this conversation. That's so crazy, like like crazy. But no, that's true. Like today in 2025 is not like back in the
It's
day.
not. It's
But
not.
even with that, because so having that experience, having that lived experience, like the way you were raised, then because you take on the way your parents was raised in a sense,
Hmm.
because they put that off on you. So what
Right.
was that like in a sense, like having to unlearn some things? Because I'm pretty sure we had to unlearn some things.
I did.
Right?
I
Yeah.
did. It was a process, and I think I had to unlearn it through trial and error
Mhm.
and some really tough times. I mean, there were times where literally, whew, I wanted to just throw him
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
I mean, for real.
That's real.
And
That's real.
yeah, and so it was trying. And it took me some time. I used to yell all the time,
Mhm.
and I had to come to the realization that yelling wasn't working. So he got whoopings all the time,
Mhm.
just being real.
Yeah.
When he was younger, again, I had to come to that realization that that wasn't working. It
But
was
one
just
more.
making him more angry. So I tried some other alternatives.
Mhm.
I've done a lot of counseling. I've done classes on how to parent a child with
Mhm.
ADHD and all kinds of things just to try to help me better parent him
Mhm.
and get our relationship better. So it was rough, probably
Mhm.
from about 4 to 10, 12. We had some battles, but we're in a good place now.
And you said that, and because you kind of opened that, so having to deal with the school, like in the sense that his ADHD. So because you put that out there, so what
Mhm.
has that been like though on the school side, support wise? Like have like you having to advocate for him because again he can't, in a sense, even though at 16 he thinks he knows and he
Mhm.
but as the parent, how were you able to advocate for your son in the school? Because um that's not always a thing. Like so,
Right. It's
yeah.
not. Um, Really just trying to keep as much open communication as possible. It's funny, I emailed one of his teachers last year and she don't put in grades on a consistent basis. So I didn't know that he wasn't doing great because he's telling me, well, I turned that in and I turned this in there and she put in the grades when it's kind of late. And I'm like, I told her, I'm like, I'm here to help you. Help you help,
Yeah.
help. I want to help you help me, or
Yeah.
whichever way I'm trying to
No,
say it.
that's it. That's it.
Um, so really constant communication with the teachers. If I know he's struggling, again, one of those things where I'm encouraging him to speak up for himself, but then I also have his back. He
Mm,
knows that if I need to talk to a teacher,
mm,
I will. If I see something not going right with the grades, I'm reaching out to the teachers. Um, I know back in elementary school, we had times where things weren't necessarily always going right. And I was in the classroom a lot when he was in elementary school,
mm,
at least once a week, once or twice a week. I was there
mm.
a lot. So if I had an issue and a teacher wasn't addressing it with me, then again, that was it. I mean, I would take it to his current principal right now was his elementary school assistant principal.
Oh,
So we got to make good
yeah, yeah.
relationships with one another because I was always in his office. But it's something that's helpful now. And, just being active. The teachers knowing that, ooh, this parent ain't about to sit down and just let you say anything and let you treat our child any kind of way. Um, I think that's very important.
That's definitely important. And we definitely encourage if you're a parent watching, take that note. We definitely want to be active as much as possible. Understanding that,
Mhm.
you got to work, you got life outside, and all that stuff, but you definitely want to be as active as possible in those
Mhm.
classrooms, make your presence known. That's
Yep.
definitely a thing. So I want to ask, what challenges do you think the kids face the most as they transition into the new school year? Something that you've seen.
Mm, well, just what I've seen from my own personal experience with my son was that transition of, the format of work. Um, like I said, he struggled transitioning from sixth grade to seventh grade. But eighth grade, his grades got cleaned up. He was doing good. Then ninth grade, he struggled again. And I had to get in my head that he's not me.
Mm.
Because I was like, I was a nerd when I was in school. I mean, I was. So my mom didn't have to stay on me about grades because I was on myself about
Yeah.
grades. And so I have to remind myself that he's not me. And then this is a transition going from, one grade level, one school to another. It's a transition. So I know he struggled a lot with his grades, with the schoolwork and keeping up with the work. Um, and I think that's a lot, maybe for a lot of students. It's just different. Like in sixth grade, he had two or three teachers. He goes to seventh grade and he has five or six or seven teachers. Um, so just getting used to how to make that transition and how to get comfortable, because he was an athlete too in elementary school. He played baseball, basketball, soccer. And when he got into middle school, he was like, I just want to learn the school.
Mm.
And I was like, okay. First I was like, what? You need to be active. You need an outlet for that energy. But then I had to again realize, okay, he right. He want to give him some time to learn the school.
Yeah.
Now he did play baseball last year, and he plans to play basketball and baseball this year.
This year.
So
Okay.
hopefully.
Well, because he did what he said. He got in, learned the school.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's comfortable enough to get active.
Right.
But so like as the parent, this active parent though, like how have you set boundaries on yourself? Because I heard you say something else that he's not you, because that's important. Sometimes we like deflect kind of on
Mm-hmm.
our kids, like because of the things in us. Like I
Right.
know I'm this, I've done this, I can do this, so I know you can do this. But then
Mm-hmm.
not looking at our child for who they are, seeing our child for
Right.
where they are. But what did you have to do for self though to even do that though? Because again, you're the bookworm, but you're saying that maybe he's not so much. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to help him. But like, how did you set that boundary for yourself?
It was hard.
It's hard.
And just really talking to other people. I have a lot of educators in my family and who I associate with. So just talking to other people and kind of getting some insight on kind of their struggles or, things they used. Self-talk. I mean, really, for real, self-talk, prayer,
Mm.
just asking for the guidance.
Yeah.
And then I have a counselor.
Okay.
So I have a counselor, so somebody who I would talk to and kind of run things off of,
Yeah.
and try to just kind of continue to remind myself that he's not me. And, so don't try to expect him to do the things that I would do. As long as he's, being pretty mannerable, respectful,
He
not
definitely
flunking
gives
out.
that. He definitely gives that, but you got him behind closed doors. So
Exactly.
yeah, because
And that's how it was really growing up. Now he's the same pretty much
across
everywhere.
the board, yeah.
Yeah,
Because that's normally
well,
how it is. But that to me though, that's the good sign of great parenting. Because
mhm.
at least in public,
He
you
knew
would
how to
think
act.
you would think you had the perfect son. He was
Mm-hmm.
quiet, mild mannered,
Ooh.
like very
But
like
at home, mm, mm.
so no. But that's good though. I mean like
Yeah,
okay, good man. But
right,
at least the real is seen behind where it's supposed to be seen. At least it's at
right,
home behind that
exactly.
closed doors. In
I
public,
did appreciate that.
yes. Like he represented very well in public. So that's what matters. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, I think that's what
I
matters.
was cool with that. I was
Yeah,
cool.
no.
I mean, but there were some times where I had to call other people like, y'all better come get him. I mean, yeah, there were quite several times.
No. I mean, because I mean, again, I thank you, God. I'm not a parent. I'm a godparent. But there's manuals, there's books out there, but there's no perfect book for your
Mhm.
perfect situation or for your
Right.
exact situation. So there's no script out there for you to how to from A to Z how to do this thing. So you definitely giving yourself grace, right? Like as the
Yeah.
parent, because you don't like. it's trial and error in a sense. Like
Yeah.
you try this and it may not work, and you're gonna try something different. And then I think it's the good thing is that in 2025, it's kind of scary, but you have a new way of raising kids these days. like because for a long time it was generationally just transitioned over how your
Right.
parents raised.
That's how
Then that's how
exactly.
you raise your child, and but now in a sense, as scary, some things kind of need to stay tradition, but like it has shifted in a sense. Like the
Yeah, it
narrative
has
have shifted.
some.
Yes. And
Yeah.
so like, but you being that on the cusp of that transition though, because you were in that boat of parent raising a child in that transition. Like what you because your parents like what were they saying? Like, because I'm sure did they see this transition? Like, were they like, girl, you need to be doing, I didn't raise you like that. You should be.
Hmm.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
was that
Yeah.
like? Like, did you have to like, hey, mom, this is my child? Let me-
Not in those words, but yes. Because I'm still scared.
yes.
I was like, Ma, he all right. He's fine. In other words, leave him alone. And sometimes when he was in that rough spot, though, it
Mhm.
was you take him, you do
Uh,
something. And she always thought, he don't act like that with me
when he
because
was
you're
me.
not with him all the
Yeah.
time.
I feel like that's literally what my grandmother used to tell my mama all the time. So I just said, could I just stay with her then? like,
But then he started acting that way a little bit with her. And she like, oh my God, like,
uh,
cleanliness. I don't know what it is with boys.
yeah.
I don't know if you were like this growing up,
Oh,
Carrie. But the room is like, oh my gosh. And she's like, she'll talk about his room. And then he don't do that at my house. He know better. But then he started doing that at her house. And I was
uh,
like,
see, I was not like it was that way though. Like at my house, it was my room was one way. At my grandparents' house, no. I think it was the fear though. Like okay, because it's a different level of fear.
it
Like you
is.
fear your parents, but your grandparents definitely back then. Like when I was growing up, like my grandparents had a different type of, and they were like the sweetest to us. But I
Mm-hmm.
can still tell who they were to my mama
Yep.
and my uncle
Yep.
and aunts. Like, so it was just that fear. My granddad, like, he could look a certain type of way, and it's just like, oh no, like, did I
Mm-hmm.
leave something out of place? Let me, like, it was just that, like, concept. But like, my mom, like, it was like, go clear up your room, okay, go in my room, shut the door, type of situation.
Exactly.
like,
You just made me mad all over again, Carrie.
that was real. That was how it was. That's
Yeah.
exactly how it was. But like, but in your mind though, like, I mean, because again, you were in that transition, like having to like parent differently in a sense.
Mhm.
Do like, I don't want to say like, do you like regret, but like, if there was something that you could do over again, would you have done it? Or like, it's like, no, I feel like this worked well for me.
Um, Only thing that I question a lot of times is giving him too many chances.
Mm.
Sometimes I'm forgetful. So I would tell him to do something, then forget that I've told him to do something.
Yes.
And then I come back later like, wait a minute, you weren't supposed to go nowhere. You were supposed to. So, uh,
Oh, that's
so
funny.
yeah, giving him
Oh,
too many chances. But besides that, I mean, I went through it. I think I learned a lot.
mhm.
I learned how to handle a child that had some kind of special need. Um, and then I think it helped me with working with other kids too. Like, of course, I'm a lot more lenient with other
Yeah,
kids
of
than I
course.
am with
Yeah, of
my own.
course.
Because it's like I just have an expectation of what he's supposed to act like.
Yeah.
But other kids I might see do something. I'm like, ha ha, that's so cute. Let mine do it. Nah, that ain't cute.
The face, the whole face change.
The whole face
The whole
change.
face change. Mm-mm. That ain't going down. No, that's how it is though. That's how it is. I'm gonna ask you one more question before we get off. But I do ask every week. You were already warned backstage, so at least you are prepared. Every week I do ask that you leave like a gem, some like words of wisdom that we can live off of till next Wednesday. So if you can prepare that on your mind, which I feel like you should have already done because we told you backstage, but I'm not like putting too much business out there. but, but no, I want to ask the final question. What can schools and communities do to better partner with parents and supporting students' mental health?
Um, I'd say if they notice red flags, make sure they're communicating those things, um, and have programming. But I know that takes the parents actually having to show up.
Mhm.
But having programming and things that, have the different resources out. Some of the things that we've tried to do, like with PTO and with the help of the resource coordinator at the school, is bring different community partners, community
Mhm.
agencies to meetings and bring them to the school. And so just really having somewhere for the students to go. I know Caden, my son, there was a teacher at his school and he knew her personally. And she told him, if you have problems, if you have, need to talk, whatever, come see me. Well, he took one of his friends to go see her. And again, that teacher was receptive and she talked to the young lady and all of that. So I think teachers and being open to hear the kids out, still have to set boundaries and
Yeah.
standards and everything, but at least be open to hear them out. And at least, yeah, just give them a good listening ear. And then, like I said, providing resources.
Resources definitely key.
Mm-hmm.
And the great thing is that they're there. They just
Right.
have to
They
get
are
connected.
there.
Yeah, there's
Mm-hmm.
definitely resources out there. But the good thing is that we have active parents such as
Yes.
yourself, and others,
Mm-hmm.
and those who are going to watch this video. And we're believing that if you're not active, you're going to get active. But it's because of you guys that like even resources and advocacy takes place because parents play a pivotal role in their child's success. Definitely in these school systems, and CPS being one that definitely needs some active parents, active
Mm-hmm.
advocacy for our kids, because if our parents not advocating, then that means the system gets to do technically kind
Whatever
of
the.
whatever they want,
Yep.
right?
Exactly.
So we have to have active parents, and we're grateful that we do have at least this one. It's like I'm just playing. No, we have plenty of parents.
Have plenty. Yeah.
Yeah, there are plenty of parents. There are plenty of
Yeah.
parents. Actually, the crazy thing is, and I was rushing here, where I am now. I'm not gonna say where I'm at because I'm pretty sure somebody's watching. Anyway, I was rushing to where I am now, and I saw another active parent. And I'm gonna put her name out there. Her name is Teresa Jenkins. She's actually was the my youth when I was like 11, 12 years old. She was
Mm-hmm.
my youth director at New Prospect. Um,
Okay.
and when I tell you active, like active, and
Mm-hmm.
raising her kids and everybody else's kids, I mean, she would show up to the school for somebody else's kid. Like she was on people's contact list for other people's kids. She was just that active. But that's how you kind of got to be. Like, but that's when like
Right.
you have village in a sense too.
Right. Right.
Village. I mean, you said that you have that. So we advocate or we like suggest building your village, a network,
Mm-hmm.
your having your group to
Yep.
help in the rear end of your kids because that
Yes.
helps. That definitely helps. And then like I think the another great thing is like communities like your church community, who
Mm-hmm.
technically becomes family because like you said,
Right.
definitely you being like what do you call it, a transplant, is that what we would call you, like a
Yeah.
transplant? Yeah.
Yep.
Not being from not being from a place but then like coming here and then like but you end up building. It may not be by
Building community.
blood, but it's by choice. Like you have a
Yep.
family of choice, and that's like pretty awesome too. So
Yes, it
I,
really is.
I thank you though. I thank you because oh wait a minute, we do got it, Mikey. I just asked you, but thank you. So what are specific rules you give to your child throughout the school year? Like just name some.
Um, well, I don't always stick to these rules, but some of them is doing his homework before getting on a game.
Mm,
Um, Making sure he has different things. He has his stuff ready for the next day, so he's not forgetting everything, which that happens often. Um, trying to get to bed at a decent hour. I know sometimes it's hard. It's hard for me to go to bed at a
What's a
decent
decent
hour.
hour?
For him, I try to say, 11,
Ooh,
and that's
can we
late.
be? Um,
Exactly.
can you be my mama? Sorry, I'm just,
Because some days I don't even get home with, bouncing around
yeah,
here and
doing
there.
stuff. Yeah.
Sometimes I don't feed the kid till 9 o'clock. Oops.
Oh, I mean,
But
you out, you
yeah,
out doing, yeah,
yeah. So yeah, it is. It's still late.
yeah.
And a lot of times he's gotten smart where he knows how to be quiet when I say go to bed, even if he ain't already, sleep. A lot of times,
Mm.
I'm sure I go to bed before him every night. I never know if he's still up because I'm out.
You not, yeah, you knocked out.
Um, so yeah, I don't have to like get him too much on like food choices and things like that because believe it or not, he actually loves vegetables. Um, he do eat a lot of junk, but again, that's one of those things that both of us have to work on because I eat a lot of junk too. Um, so
Well,
yeah,
well, the blessing on his, at least he's on a stick, so he's skinny. So,
right,
yeah.
exactly.
Anyway, so hopefully that don't catch up to him. And how do you
It
feel?
will,
No,
because
I
it
hope it
will.
don't. It that's I don't like. I don't know because I think it's that metabolism thing. Because I thought that was gonna
Yeah,
be for my younger brother, and like he 34 now and still the same size where he was when
really.
he was like 7, 8, 9, 10. Because he stayed the same
Uh-uh.
size. Like talk about he's still skinny. It just turned into like 6 packs and stuff. It's like why can't that happen for me? But anyway, how do you feel that helps with his mental health and emotions? Okay, Mikey, come through with some questions.
um, it's probably not always the best, especially with, like I said, I think I said before, sometimes I'm not as consistent as I need to be. Um, but I think as far as emotions, I don't know if that the bedtime thing is good for it because he's not necessarily getting the rest he needs.
Mhm.
Um, but I think with me setting the boundaries, setting some rules, again, that's a display of
Mm.
care and
Mm.
love. And he used to, really fight it. Now he's like, I know, Mom.
I
I
said,
don't know if that's one of those things of just saying, leave me alone.
yeah,
I, I know I'm gonna say I know so she can shut up.
yeah.
Um, but I think overall he is it's probably a little of both.
It's probably a mixture
A
of
little of
definitely a
both.
mixture of both. He
Yeah.
hears you, he sees what you're doing,
Hmm.
but at the same time, I got it. Okay, okay,
Right.
I got it.
Right.
Oh, I love that though. Like, it's definitely relationship. It's building like
Hmm.
relationship.
Right.
And that's amazing. Something you can best believe at old age is gonna pay off. So just you do right by
Yeah.
him, you do right by you. I, I,
Right.
I believe in
Right.
that. I definitely
I,
believe in
I
that.
believe that too.
I believe it.
Yeah.
You just hold on to that. But one final thing, that gym, I've been waiting on it, because I'm believing like something dropped in your spirit and you gonna just unleash it.
Um, so you kind of took it a little bit,
Oh,
but the advocating for your child, making sure you are the best advocate other than themselves that they have. We have to advocate for our children. And if the school system ain't doing you right, doing them right, be there, be in their face. If you need to find a support person to help you, I know I had times where I had my cousin, and I've said I'm calling my cousin who's a special education teacher,
mhm.
and I'm gonna bring her in the room too. So some of the questions I may not think of, she can
She
ask
can
for me.
ask. Mhm.
And there's people out, especially in CPS, they have resources where they have parent advocates,
Mhm.
where they come and support the parent in
Mhm.
those kind of situations as well. So advocate for your children. And I'll just say, really, you said it earlier, give yourself grace. I had to really, really learn to give myself grace because I was hard, like, oh my gosh, this parenting thing, and am I doing it right? And Lord, I had to figure out, give myself grace and give him grace.
Yes.
Give your children grace.
That's good stuff. Y'all heard it. Do me a favor. If you're watching this video, if you're gonna watch it later, do us a favor. Share it, share it, share it, heart it, love it. Share this video. Great words of wisdom from somebody who's out here just trying to do the best she can do.
That's
Y'all, we
right.
thank you. We thank you. We thank you so much for spending this little time with us. Y'all, we're here every Wednesday having conversations. I stole that from somebody. That's not something I heard somebody else say that. But anyhow, we're here every week, 6:30, having these conversations, trying to make a change. This month of August, we're talking about school-based therapy. And we had a parent on tonight who's advocating for her child, who's advocating for your children behind the scenes, to be honest.
Mhm.
But anyhow, y'all, thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all next week. Y'all be blessed.